All right, petrolheads, buckle up. Welcome back to Garage Talk. Today we're tackling a myth as old as time, or at least as old as the automatic gearbox. The idea that manual transmissions are always more fuel efficient. You've heard it whispered in garages and declared on the internet, but is it true? Spoiler alert, not always. Think of it like this. Claiming manuals are always more fuel efficient is like saying a bicycle is always faster than a car just because it has fewer wheels. Sure, in a traffic jam you might whiz past gridlock beamers on your trusty rally, but on an open highway you'd be left eating the dust of a rusty Fiat Panda, let alone a proper sports car. The truth, my friends, is a bit more nuanced. To understand why, we need to pop the hood and get our hands dirty with the mechanics of these gear-shifting beasts. Before we dive in, an early like on the video would be amazing. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Now, before you manual diehards start throwing spanners at me, there are still some scenarios where your trusty stick shift might eke out a bit more fuel efficiency. If you're stuck in stop-and-go traffic, for example, skillfully working the clutch and gears can save you some precious drops of petrol. And if you're lucky enough to be driving an older car with a less than stellar automatic transmission, sticking with the manual might be the more economical choice. But these days, those instances are as rare as finding a politician who tells the truth. The future of transmission. So where do we go from here? Are manual transmissions destined for the automotive graveyard alongside cassette players and pop-up headlights? It's a question that sparks fiery debates in pubs and online forums alike. The truth is, the future of transmission is still being written. Electric cars with their single-speed gearboxes are changing the game entirely. And who knows what other technological marvels await us down the road? Perhaps we'll have cars that shift gears with our minds, or vehicles that levitate above the ground, rendering the whole transmission debate moot. The great debate? Pros and cons on the open road, but for now the manual versus automatic debate rages on. Manuals offer a level of driver engagement and control that automatics simply can't match. They're also, as a general rule, cheaper to maintain. However, they can be a pain in heavy traffic, and let's be honest, not everyone wants to row their own gears like they're competing in a rowing championship. Automatics, on the other hand, are the epitome of convenience. They allow you to cruise effortlessly, whether you're navigating rush hour or embarking on a cross-country road trip. But they can feel a bit soulless, like shaking hands with a robot. Plus, their complex innards can be expensive to repair, which is about as much fun as a tax audit. Myth busted, the final verdict. So there you have it. The myth that manual transmissions are always more fuel efficient is officially busted. While they might have held an edge in the dinosaur age of motoring, modern automatics have evolved to be just as frugal, if not more so. Ultimately, the choice between manual and automatic comes down to personal preference and driving style. Just remember, whether you prefer the tactile joy of a manual or the effortless glide of an automatic, the most important thing is to enjoy the ride and maybe, just maybe, lay off the accelerator a bit. Your wallet and the planet will thank you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a date with a twisty back road and a car that demands to be driven, preferably with 3 pedals and a stick.